Friends, welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And thank you for all your support for my previous videos. So, coming back to this video is all about the next match between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Kolkata Knight Riders. So, this match will be on Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And if you know about Sharjah is one of the shortest stadium, and hitting a six is very easy here. But if you see the last match, as they have used a different pitch, hitting has become difficult here, and we can see there is a lot of wickets that has fallen in both the sides, even in batting first and batting second. But for tomorrow's match, they are not going to use the same pitch, and it will be the old pitch where we can see a lot of sixes which are being hit in the previous matches. So we can expect a high scoring match in even tomorrow's match between Kolkata Knight Riders and Royal Challengers Bangalore. So coming to the pitch report, the first innings average score here is 159, and the second innings or second batting winning percentage here is 61%, and first batting winning percentage is just 36%. So if you see here, whoever is winning the toss, they will try to chase so that winning is easy here while chasing. So coming to the stats, the domestic stats for this stadium, there are in total 49 matches played here, in which 18 matches are won, whoever has won the toss and elected to bat first. But if you see the batting second, it is 30 matches they have won batting second out of the entire 49 matches. So if you see the winning percentage, it is 61%. So if you see the average scores here, the scoring ranges are below 150 it is 22 times, and between 150 to 169 it is 8 times, and between 170 to 189 it is 10 times, and then for 190 it is close to 9 times. So you can expect a high scoring in tomorrow's match as well. So coming back to the next topic, which is about the team news for tomorrow's match. So for tomorrow's match, coming to RCB side, we are not expecting any change in RCB. So Chris Morris, who came back to the team, has got nearly 112 points. I mean the dream team points for them. So they'll try to continue Chris Morris for tomorrow's team. And Finch, who is struggling to get back to his form and he's struggling to get into good start, he might be continued for one more match, as RCB is trying to follow the winning team strategy. So coming to KKR might have multiple changes. The reason is, as you know, in the previous match of KKR, umpires have warned on Narayan's bowling. So Narayan's bowling action is little different as compared to his previous matches. So they were suspecting there is some slight change in his bowling action, and if it repeats again, he might be banned as well from IPL if it is repeated again. So they might try to give him some rest so that he'll come back with his perfect bowling action. And the next news is about Russell. So Russell has a minor leg injury in his previous match, but as they have only 48 hours window for his next match, which is tomorrow, if it is a minor injury and there is not much damage that caused, so they might bring in Russell as it is. If not, we can expect Tom Banton into the team. So Tom Banton, if you guys don't know, he's again one more district to Batman, who normally comes as an opener, and he's a perfect replacement for Russell if in case Russell is not available for tomorrow's match. So please join my Telegram channel, so I'll give you all these kind of last minute updates on whom to take and whom to drop in your final playing 11. So this is the team news for tomorrow's match. Coming to the important tips, which is the most important part of my video, as I always say. So if you follow these tips, and you can easily create your own team, especially the head-to-head leagues, and you can win it easily. If you see my Telegram channel, you can see my winnings, how I'm winning almost all my head-to-head leagues, just following all these important tips. So coming to the first tip is about Kohli and KKR. So Kohli is actually in a very good form against KKR. The reason is, if we see his last 4 matches scores, he's progressively increasing his graph from 31 to 68, 68 to 84, 84 to 100. So in his last match, he has scored 100 against KKR. So he can try to continue his form again with KKR. So you can expect, if they are batting first, you can expect again 100 from him. As you know, the Sharjah Stadium is very small. So the next one is, if we see his 2018, since 2018 IPL, Kohli has his best strike rate of 154, his highest average of 94.3, and the most runs with 284 runs, and most 50 plus scores of 3 against KKR. So all his highest strike rate, highest average, highest strike rate, highest average, most number of runs, and most 50 plus scores, everything is against KKR. So keep this point in mind, so that against KKR, Kohli will continue his form. So he is a good pick for your captain actually. So try to have him as your captain or vice captain in your tomorrow's team. So the next one is Kohli versus Naren. As you already know, Naren is a good bowler, and normally all the top batsmen also suffer for Naren's bowling. If you see the records of Kohli, out of his 16 matches he has played in total, he has got 133 balls that he has played against Naren. And if you see his scores, he has scored 134, which is like a ball to ball, but he just got out 2 times out of 16 matches. So he never wanted to sacrifice his wicket, just trying to hit a 6 against Naren. So he will play nicely and smartly against Naren. So keep this point in your mind. And next is Russell versus Chahal. And you know, Chahal is again in good form in recent IPL, and he's taking almost 1 or 2 wickets in almost every match. But if we see this comparison, Russell is not even fearing for Chahal. If you see, he has got 203 strike rate against Chahal. Out of 30 balls Chahal bowled in 4 matches, Russell has hit 61 runs and trying to maintain about 200 strike rate with Chahal. And he just got out only once out of his 4 matches. And as you know, it is a small stadium, as I always say, Sharjah. So you can expect a good knock if in case Russell is into the team for tomorrow's match. So next is Morris. Morris, who came back to team from the previous match, he has a good record against Dinesh Karthik. Out of the 10 matches they played together, against each other, Morris bowled 33 balls to Karthik, and then he got only 43 runs and he got out 4 times. So as Karthik is going to come as an opener, or at least first or second down, and Morris will come into play, you can see this kind of repetition of taking one more wicket from Morris or Karthik. And even Morris has one more record against Russell as well. So he got out Russell 3 times in his last 4 matches he played. So the next one is the Rcb Opener Finch. So Finch and spin. So Finch got dismissed 4 times out of his last 5 innings. So that is especially with the spin. So if you see his average, is not even reaching 20 average. He's just having 14.8 average, and out of last 5 innings he got out 4 times just with the spin. And if you see his overall T20 matches average, it is just 6.3, especially with left arm spinners. And as you know, for KKR they have Kuldeep, who is a good left arm spinner, so they might try to bring him into the opening power play overs to repeat this record. So the next one is De Villiers versus spin bowling, and his first 10 balls, how is he going to bat? So for this record, if you see, there are 2 important things. The first one is how is he averaging in his first batting and second batting. So when I say first batting, whenever Rcb is batting first, he is having an average of 53 in total. But when you see if they are batting second, he is just having 24.55 average. So if in case tomorrow Rcb is batting first, try to take De Villiers in your team, because this is a perfect stadium for them, as it is small, and then he'll try to continue his average, or even he can try to hit a century as well in tomorrow's match. So De Villiers is again a good pick for you tomorrow's match. So try to have Virat Kohli on your team and then De Villiers as well. Though there's a credit problem, but try to manage these two players in your team for tomorrow's match. And then the bad about De Villiers. So he has lost his wicket 4 times in first 10 balls he has faced. And if you see his strike rate, it is just 97. But if he is not out within the first 10 balls, his strike rate will reach close to 200. So if he plays slow for his first 10 balls, he will definitely try to reach his strike rate of 200. So this is one more important fact, guys. Yeah, so this is the important facts. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take it. His last 4 match records and his best strike rate and all those records. And Kohli and Narain, Russell versus Chahal, Chris Morris versus Dinesh Karthik, and Finch and his struggle with spin bowlers. De Villiers first 10 balls and how is he managing his strike rates. Okay guys, so the next one is the performance of each player in terms of dream team points. So I am not comparing with the last scores, I am comparing with the last score points, because at the end of the day what you try to do is you try to keep him in your dream team so you can win a grand league or head to head leagues. So when you see their comparison and the number of points they get, you can decide whether you can take him or not in your team. So this can be achieved based on the team points they get. So if you see any player in Dream11, if we see something like this DT icon beside the points they get, which means they are the most important player to be in the final team for the Grand League. So for the Grand League, if you see, almost all the players will have this icon, whatever I highlighted here. So if you miss this player who is having this dream team icon, you cannot win most of the leagues and even Grand League. So that is the reason I always compare with this dream team points. I hope you understand this mechanism of comparison. This is a new way of comparison no one has done in entire India. I'm trying to give you a recent approach which I am trying to get good points as well with this approach. I hope this will help you guys as well. So let's see the records for each player in terms of dream team points. So the first player is Rubman Gill. Rubman Gill, if you see his recent 4 matches form, he came 2 times in the dream team. And Narain, though people are saying he's not performing well, but with his bowling and his minimum scores in the batting, he came 3 times in the last 4 matches in the dream team. So I can say though Narain is not performing well, but he's a good pick for you in your team in terms of points. And Gill as an opener, if he plays well, he'll definitely get you at least 40 to 50 points. If you see 44 once, though it is not in dream team, but 44, 66 and 82. Out of the 4 matches, his scores are above 40. So he's again a good pick for you. So the next one is Nitish Rana. So Rana has got into the dream team only once. So you can think of this player, if you want to take risk, you can take a risk. If at least 1 wicket falls in the power play, so Rana might come into bat and then he might play slowly and get you good points. So Russell, out of his last 4 matches, he just came only once. But for tomorrow's match, as it is a short stadium, you might expect something good from Russell. But we are expecting from last 4 to 5 matches, but he's not cracking his sixes in any match except 1 or 2. So the next one is the surprise for you, which is, as you all know, Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik, who is not at all performing well from his last 4 to 5 matches, all of a sudden in his previous match, he has become the man of the match, getting you 82 points in total. So he can continue his form for tomorrow's match as well. So he is a good pick. But it is risky to have him as a captain or vice captain. But you can have him as a player in your team, so he can get you some good dream team points. Then is Ian Morgan. Ian Morgan is again a good player with consistent points for you in almost all the matches, except 1 match out of the last 4 matches. He's in good form, so he's a good pick again. So Pat Cummins. So Pat Cummins is a good all-rounder, but he's not able to pick wickets in time. And if you see out of his 4 matches, only 2 times he got more than 20 score, but he never came in the dream team. So this is most important for us, guys. So I hope he'll try to continue his bad form, so he'll not get any wickets for tomorrow's match as well. But if you want to take a risk, he can try with Pat Cummins. And Rahul Tripathi, who is coming as opener after the first match knock. So he came 2 times in the dream team out of the last 4 matches. So he is a good pick for you for tomorrow's match. And in fact, he can try as a captain as well. As you see, in his last previous match, he has got 107 score. So Nagar, Koti and Mavi. So between these two players, you can see both has got dream team points only once. So you can pick who is best between these two in your team. But if you want to wait for my team, I'll give my team in Telegram after the toss. And Varun Chakravarti, who is a spinner, and then he is consistently giving good points for the team. So I am personally preferring one spinner, though it is a short stadium, in my team for tomorrow's match. And this one is most important, guys. Try to know who is the death over bowlers, because these guys will get you extra points if in case batsmen try to hit more fours and sixes in the last hours and sacrifice their wicket. So keep this point in mind. So we'll come back to RCB players now. So the first player is the informed batsman Padikkal. So Padikkal is in very good form, and if you see his last 4 matches, he has came 3 times in dream team. So when we come back to Finch came 2 times in dream team, but his last 2 matches are not as per the expectation. And next comes Kohli and De Villiers. So Kohli and De Villiers, when we compare their dream team points, Kohli is consistently playing very well for RCB, but De Villiers is struggling when they are trying to chase. But when it is a first batting, he is getting good scores and he is maintaining more than 200 strike rate. So you can pick De Villiers if in case RCB is batting first. If not, you can drop him. So this is the most important point. So keep this point in your mind. So next is the recent player into the team, which is Chris Morris. In his first match he played for RCB this season, he has got 103 points and he is a very good pick for you for tomorrow's match as well. And next is Washington Sundar, who is a spinner, and if you see his recent records, he has got 2 times in the dream team. Next is the all-rounder Dubey. Even Dubey came twice in the team, in the dream team. And then comes the Udana and Saini. So Udana and Saini, if we compare these two players, Udana is performing better than Saini with 3 times in dream team, and Saini with just 1 time. Then comes the last spinner for RCB, who is Yuzvendra Chahal, and he has got 2 times in the last 4 matches in dream team. But I am strongly believing he'll get more wickets for tomorrow's match. So you can try him with captain or vice captain for tomorrow's match. Again, it is at your own risk. But in one of my Grand League team, I'll try Chahal as definitely a captain. And coming to the death overs, so as Chris Morris came back to the team, he'll try to bowl one of the death overs spell along with Udana. So these two players are most important for you if you are thinking to have more points with bowling. Okay guys, let's see the head-to-head records between these two players. And if we see the head-to-head records, out of the last 25 matches, KKR has won 15 matches and RCB has won just 10 matches. So RCB is still not able to perform even in the last 5 matches. So KKR is continuing his record of 4 wins out of 5 wins and RCB with just 1 win. But if you see the recent form between these two players in this IPL, KKR has won 4 matches out of the last 5 matches and RCB has won just 3 matches out of their 5 matches. So my key star players for tomorrow's match, which are like a trump cards I can say, are these players for KKR, which are Gill, Ian Morgan, Andy Russell and Pat Cummins. And coming to RCB, I have these 5 players, which are Padikkal, Finch. I'm still trying Finch in my tomorrow's team, and then Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, and Yuzvendra Chahal. And my personal captain choices are AB de Villiers. As I said, if he's in first innings, you can try to make him as captain, or Virat Kohli as well. And from KKR, you can try Rubman Gill or Morgan. As Gill is opening, you can expect a good knock from him. If 1 or 2 wickets fell for KKR, Morgan is the best guy who will give a standard and try to hit more runs. And my risky team captain, as I said already, Chahal is one of the risky team captain for Grand Leagues. You can try with Padikkal and even Dinesh Karthik also, who is back to form. And my personal vice captain choices, I am planning to have Dubey or Narain or Rana. So Rana, who will come as first down, if in case power play for KKR, if they lose only 1 wicket, they'll be better. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time.